Yeah, hello everyone. If you can hear me, let me know. But first thing first, I need to make sure that the audio is good. I can see Aaron in the chat. Aaron, how are you? And how is your weekend going? Happy Sunday. Let me know how you are spending your weekend, your Sunday. How was it? And how is the weather in your area? Yeah, it's quite okay, though cold, but we thank God all the way. So let me know if you can hear me. If the audio is good, so I can proceed. We have a lot to cover today. All right. Maybe as people come in, they will get to know, or they will get to let me know if they can hear me. All right, without wasting time, we are going to go straight into the analysis. We do this every week before the start of a new week so that we understand the direction we want to be in when trading. This is very important. Okay, so this is I'm going to start with gold. We're going to start with gold. So from the monthly, first of all, the month has ended. Let me clear this. So first thing first, what we can observe is that we have a new resistance. So we have to mark that area. Whether it will be significant or not, we need to mark those areas. Because I won't be surprised if price push up and then reject that area. All right. But in the meantime, the monthly is still bullish, regardless of the resistance that was printed. So I'll keep following the direction. All right. So we go to the weekly. Now, remember the last time we did analysis? That was, I think, on Thursday. Or was it on Friday? I'm not sure. It was the end of the the month. That should be Thursday, I believe. I can't remember. Just the last stream we did. I told you I took a trade there, and that trade was an anticipation trade. That I was anticipating that the weekly will be bullish. Now, I wrote this down. The weekly is bearish. However, the buy trade is me anticipating a bullish weekly. So sometimes the way we reason as traders, there's nothing wrong in you anticipating a move. Is it more like you predicting? So I'm not a fan of predicting too much, but there are legit causes that can warrant you to predict, especially when I feel that price is beginning to move from here. So what happened was that price pushed up and created a new support. A new demand area, a new support, whatever I want to call it. Okay, I'm not here to give names to things. The thing is, I'm working with single price. So this price level, which is a line, is my demand area, support level, demand level. What do you want to call it? Anything. All right. So we created this fresh level, and the weekly is bullish. If you look to your left, we closed above the resistance here. We close above the resistance here. So it's a sign that price wants to push higher. Now, these are the ways price move. Price sometimes can just push up straight or come back down to retest any of this level. I don't know what price we do. But what I know for sure is that I'll be prepared. Just in case I'm not in this trade, I'll be prepared to take the trade. Why? The reason is because I understand the direction. The direction is bullish. If you understand what I'm saying, just put in the chat. Encourage me. Let me get to understand what you feel about this. And again, don't forget, if you are just joining us, let me know where you're chatting from. Give me 3 pairs for me to analyze live right now. All right. And then if you have any question, whatever the question is regarding trading, regarding psychology, regarding risk management, regarding anything, strategies or whatever, feel free to share here. All right. Feel free to share. So with this understanding, I know that the market is bullish. So what do? We go to the next time frame and see if there's a potential trade setup, which is the daily. Okay. So if you can see from the daily, this was the area where I took the trade. I explained this and I even posted it on my community post on YouTube. Okay. So we came in here and rejected and we pushed up. You can see how the price pushed. Yeah, it was on a Thursday. This was on a Thursday, and I said, when price got to this level, you can sell, but it's not a high probability trade setup. And there's a reason. Those within the VIP know the reason. All right. Now, we have this push up, closing above this Quasimodo. So there are multiple areas of demand, single price level that market might respect. The first is this line. We can retest this and push high. The next is this line here. We can come back down, retest. The next is this one. I don't want to put it on the chart. We can come back down and push up. This is what I mean. Okay. So the first one is this level here, which is the Quasimodo. Price broke above it. It can serve as a form of retest to push higher. Okay. The second, there are multiple levels there, which are still categorized under this. So the next major one is this, which is this level here. Continuation opening price, which was supply area, now broken, becomes demand. The next is this. The next one is this. The next one is this. There are a lot of levels here that you can join in. All right. So we simply need a retracement. Where is it going to retrace to? Well, I'm not 100% certain. However, what I'm certain is that this market is bullish. So it depends on the strategy you want to deploy. Let's say, because this is more like a swing trade, and it's okay, I want to open a trade there. You can do that if you can enjoy this drawdown. But be rest assured that once price gets to the level it wants to peak, which is the opening price, it will peak. All right. So to narrow down this for you, let's go to the more 4-hour. So what I would say is this: when price start trading below this, when it comes back down, trades below that, you can start hunting for your buy. I believe you have a strategy you use as your entry. And if you don't have and you want to be a mentor of mine, you can start by joining the mini course. And if you have joined the mini course and you've not joined the VIP, what are you waiting for? Okay. So the strategy I use, the way I trade, I spoke about it within the mini course. Okay, and it's free. It's free. So that is that on gold. The next one I will go through is NAS. You can see how NAS fell. I didn't trade NAS at all this week because price was trading in all-time high territory. But I like what I'm saying now. So on the monthly, we'll kind of wait for price to come here. This is the monthly demand area, or you call it support, whatever I want to call it. The names are not what makes you a good trader. You quoting different names, giving fancy names and the rest doesn't make you a good trader. What makes you a good trader is interpretation of chart and your mindset, knowing when to enter the market, knowing when to exit, knowing that the market is bullish, and also knowing that the market is bearish. Those skills, nobody can take it away from you. Not names. All right. I can decide to give this a different name. It doesn't change from being a price level. Okay. So now, this is August. We are just starting. So don't be scared of this red candle. We don't have any fresh resistance yet. This is a new candle forming, and it has come to a level of support. And what do you think in a bullish market? For me, I would be looking for a buy at this support or at this demand level. Simple as that. I will not overthink or overkill myself. Once price trades into this area, my brain will be telling me, look for a buy setup. And once I get my confirmation, I'll pull the trigger. Okay, let me take example there in the past, because sometimes one thing about trading is what you are seeing right before you has happened in the past. Now let's digress a little bit so that you can learn. You see this, when market opened, it came down. Why didn't it close below? There was a support here. So what happened? Market came and rejected. Eventually it went down and then pushed all the way down, then push from here. All right. But what comes to your mind is this: whenever price comes to a support level and that time frame is bullish, why play around? Look for a buy trade. It will take the loss. Good. That makes us a trader. Don't be scared. Oh, it's too high. Price is at premium. How will I be buying in premium? Price at support. That's the most important thing. If it wants to go down, it will close below that and then push again. While it's trading there, because it has not confirmed bearish, buy. Look for bullish setup. It might not be in the monthly, because the monthly is too big a time frame to start opening your trades there. You can go back down to the lower time frame and narrow it to a new support that is below this and take your trade. Simple as that. So let's go to the weekly. So as you can see now, on the weekly, we created a fresh reversal opening price. I want to ask you a question. How many resistance do we have on this chart now? I'm going to wait. Put in the chat if you know how many resistance we have on this chart now. On NAS 100 weekly, I've marked out one. How many do you think we have there? All right. I think today I don't have much people on the live stream, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to do the analysis because I do it live. When you come up, you can catch up and then probably answer me to that question. Okay, Alex is in the chat. Let me switch to this chat. Alex is 3. Okay, we are going to look at that. That's a nice one. And also, Alex, let me know the 3 pairs you would like me to go through. Oguntoye is in the chat. Joshua Julian is in the chat. Thank you guys for showing support. At the point, I thought I was alone here. All right. So Alex is 3. Oguntoye says, good evening, Raba. Good evening, Ogutoye. Welcome to the stream. And by the way, how are you enjoying the Sunday? I believe you guys are having fun. That's why you're joining me now. I took you out of your phone. Joshua Julian says it's just one. Okay, in response to the resistance, how many resistance can you see on the chart? NAS 100 weekly. Ogutoye says, I can hear you. Okay, yeah, thank you. Joshua Julian says just one resistance. Yes, I've seen that. All right, let me go to the chart and then see how many resistance do we have. We have one. Someone suggested one said three. So Joshua said one. Alex says three. Then before I leave the chatting room, Oguntoye says, please, GJ, EU, and gold. Oguntoye, you came late. I've done gold. I've already analyzed gold. But GJ and EU, I will do that shortly. So that goes to you guys. So Alex, let me know how many the pairs you want me to go through. Julian, let me know how many pairs you want me to go through. That is three. Give me the three pairs. I think that's all I can see in the chat. Now, Alex says AUDJPY, Pounds USD, and Euro JPY. Okay, so once I'm done with Oguntoye's request, I'll move to Alex. So before we do that, we have a question to answer here. I was asking how many resistance do you have here? For me to answer, I have to plot it on the chart. All right. So let me zoom. We have the first one here, obviously. The next one is this. I will explain why. Then the last one, let me see. This I'm not sure until I use my zoom tool. We have a close below. So that is 3. Alex says it's 3, and that is correct. Now, the reason is this. Obviously, we all know this is a resistance. Now, this here was initially a support. When price came in, we were expecting a rejection. It was a support. But now that price has closed below, support turns resistance. Same thing with this man here. We have a support here, but price has closed below it. Whether with 1 pip or 2. A close is a close. I do have a close below that. And then that is it. We have 3. Welcome, Joshua. Joshua Dumoye. How are you? I can see you in the chat. Joshua says, I see 2 resistance. Okay. When we have gone through it, this last one, as I said, I wasn't sure until I used my zoom tool. So when we zoomed it, we saw that it was a close below. Okay, so that was 2, that was 3. And everybody is a winner. There was a resistance there, whether 1, 2, 5, 10. All right. Thank you guys for responding. I appreciate it. So now just saw a message in the chat. Isaiah says, please kindly help with pounds NZD if possible to replace my choice of gold. I Oguntoye, sorry. Oguntoye is Oliver Twist. There's no problem. I will go through pounds NZD in place of your gold. Oliver Twist. All right. So with this, it doesn't mean that the market has changed its direction, because we have one big bearish candle that closes below multiple supports. Doesn't mean that the weekly has changed, because this candle did not reject off any resistance. Okay, until we get the rejection, the weekly is still very bullish, and it can go up from any of this level. All right, so for me, the weekly is still bullish, but we have to trade with caution, especially here where we have a resistance close to this. Price may just come in and then push back. So for us to get the final movement or direction to pick, let's look at the daily. From what I can see on the chart, let me check here. Was there a close below that? Nope. So from what I can see, the market, this fall is coming out of fear, not from the strategy I trade. So it's mostly people taking profit. Maybe they're afraid that price may do something unusual. All right. So yeah, we have a close below. Okay. This is interesting. So the conclusion is that the daily is still bullish. Then you are saying, Raba, what do you have to say about these two big, massive, fat candles? Nothing. That is people's fear printed on the chart. So what you need to do is simply wait for a fresh support and then trade from there. Or two things. Let me put it down here. Number one, wait for a fresh resistance. Okay. Wait for a fresh resistance. And number two, now this wait for a fresh resistance. No, sorry, not fresh support. Wait for a fresh support to buy. All right. And then wait for a rejection. On resistance. to sell. All right, pay attention. As it stands now, I'm not going to buy or sell. If I'm buying, that is anticipation trade. All right, as I'm simply anticipating that the market will push, because at least this two move on the daily looks like an healthy correction already. But for you to have rest of mind, knowing that when you place a trade, you can go out, do whatever I want to do without worrying about what the market will do. You do these two things. Wait for two things, or either of the two things. If you want to buy, wait for a fresh support to buy. That means you have to have a bullish candle here, then trade off that bullish candle. Or just simply buy at this level, at this monthly. Remember, if you go to the monthly, price has not gone to that monthly level. And I feel price wants to trade towards that side before we can buy. Because if you look at the weekly, we also have multiple closure above that monthly level. But once it trades below that, we start looking for buying. We have a weekly level here. I'm teaching you the way I reason, the way my mindset works. All right. It's not about strategy. It's about mindset. What do you think? No, it's an art. Just like in boxing, okay? I love boxing a lot. It's not about you throwing punches. Strategy is like punching, throwing punch. But when you see a very good technical boxer, they think with their brain very fast in the ring. Because when you throw too many punches, you gas out fast. But if you use your brain, you won't gas out much. If you have done your normal training, if you have not done any training and you are using your brain, they will beat you up. So the thing is that always have a form of reasoning when you come to the market. Don't just, okay, is at the support, buy. Is at resistance, buy. Is at this level, buy. There's an order block. There's a fair value gap here, buy. There's a Ngwog, a new, what's the ICT term? New week, something, Ngwog. It was like an Igbo name. It's not about all those things. It's about your mindset. Which position are you looking at? And where do you want to exit? The moment you can solve that question, which is there on the chart, today, based on what I'm looking at on this particular currency or instrument, if price comes to this level, I stand a better chance to buy. Have a logic behind your trade. Don't just trade blindly or trade because Raba have marked out a point on the chart. I've marked out the level. Try to understand that level. And that's why I'm doing this. Don't take this as, okay, because you have been profiting maybe for the past few weeks and the rest, you just want to relax and wait for Raba to mark out a point. No, don't do that. Why I'm doing this? Yes, I want you to have an understanding of where the direction is going. Number two is for you to understand why market is behaving the way it's behaving. So, if you want to continue selling, number two, wait for a rejection on resistance to sell. If you go to the daily, we have resistance. Price can just go up and come down. Then you have your license to sell. All right. But the problem with that is that we are getting close to the monthly support. And as I keep saying on this channel, do not sell at support and do not buy at resistance unless you know that those levels will not hold. So for me, I'll be patient. Since I've not even placed any trade yet, whatever trade I have been out of that trade, all right? Because even at this point, I was talking about, we were looking at this level for a buy when I was analyzing it, which makes sense. But what happened? Price closed below, that should end it. This next day, you shouldn't be looking for sell. I mean, you shouldn't be looking for buy until it gets to this point. Now, this point, you try to buy, it closes below. It's normal. Maybe those are the times you get your loss. It's a normal thing. Getting a loss is a normal thing in trading. In fact, I'm not scared of taking a loss, especially when I go back and see that that level is a good level to buy. I would like, okay, the market wants to go lower, maybe to test the monthly support. Simple. Then I will re-strategize. But from what I can see, I can't see any way to buy and to sell. All right. So I'm working on a new technique to catch all of this, which is from the 1 hour below. But that is solely for my VIP. All right. So in this case, let's wait for price to trade to the monthly, and then from there we look for buy. If you go to your 4 hour, what do you have at the extreme? First of all, let's go back to daily. Sorry. The daily that is below the weekly, the monthly rather, is the same level with the weekly. So this level should be strong. Let me check out something here. Okay. This is a good area to buy. All right. This is what I will do. Comes below the monthly demand level, support level, price, opening price, closing price, whatever I want to call it. I don't care. My own is if it comes to that monthly level, I will start looking for ways to buy, potentially for a swing trade. Who knows? Okay. So that is it. I was in just chatting all this while. I believe you can see my chat anyway. Sorry about that. I was supposed to switch. So Ogunto says, please, Raba, I like to be opt for Euro J, that's £0 instead of pounds NZB. You know what, Ogunto? Yeah, I will do the two. Don't worry yourself. All right, let me switch properly now so that I can see clearly. You can see where I'm marking this opening price here, even though it has been touched once. Remember, daily is a higher time frame. We can still use it the second time. All right. So once price comes to this side, I'll be buying. All right, I'll be buying. Okay. So let's start looking at the request here. We have pounds, Japanese yen. So let's go to pounds, Japanese yen. Do I have it on my list? Okay, I can see it here. Wow, look at. Ooh. Monthly target. It did weaving. That is one about trading, okay? but I'm proud of myself anyway. Coming out here, doing it live, calling those level live. Sometimes it eventually we might get there. See, not that that level is not a target, because for us to get a clean monthly bearish, we need the rejection of the resistance, either this or a fresh one that will be created here, right? So let's see. We're moving from this level. There was multiple rejection here. All right. And then if you look closer again, we have a clear break and retest. You can see a price close above, breaking this resistance. Then a retest to push higher. All right. So bullish. And I said this is a target, and I'm still 100% supporting this target. This is August. We just started 3 days. Market is already rolling down. Probably needs a cushion. We have one here. All right. So let me change the color to the monthly. So price is already at our level. We rejected there before, and we were supposed to push higher, but now price is testing the second time. No problem. So let me take off this one. This is a recent monthly where we are trading. I know there's another one below, but I don't want to put too many lines on my chart. So going to the weekly, we have this weekly level here. This is a good level to anticipate a buy. Okay. Now, but the issue, we have a rejection here. So you have to pay attention. Now some people, how is this a rejection? Price didn't get here. Yeah, we're looking at this. This was a support, broken. Price came back, became resistant, and rejected and pushed all the way down. All right. So there's a kind of bearish nature coming into the market there. But potentially, this level might be its final destination. Who knows? So we have to go to the daily. So on the daily, we close below this daily. This is a bit tough to explain. All right. The daily, we are favoring the bearish move. If price comes up here, but the problem for me, these are the situation whereby I decide to just sit on the sideline and wait for a proper clearance. Right? So here now, the support and resistance is close. This is what I mean. So when I tell you sit aside and let the market give you a clearer picture, this candle was too big. If that aside, it came close below this, creating a resistance here. This support turned resistant, and then we have support close to that level, like all of this zone here, from here to here, we have support there. So what am I doing with this range? The range is too small. All right. So for me, I would rather prefer the price can push down I'll buy from this last resort. This is the last resort, like a central bank. One of the characteristics of central bank back in economics 101 is that central banks serve as what? Lender of last resort. So this is a central bank. Yeah, I can call it central bank strategy. So yeah, I would prefer in this case it becomes an anticipation trade, right? Because the market is a bit bearish, and we should expect that if it comes to any of these supports, right? So this is what I can say right now. Oguntoye. All right. Probably during the week, Monday, Tuesday, we should get clearer picture of what the market wants to do. Then we'll catch up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have enough time if we are to continue selling or to buy. So it's easier. The next one is EU. As you can see, I marked this area for a sell. But look at here. As at when I marked this area, it was on Thursday. All right. We did a live on Thursday. But that Thursday created a fresh support where price rejected from. So this looks like more of a bullish trade. But let's take a look at it from the higher time frame. That is intraday bullish anyway, because from what I'm seeing here, we are bearish on the monthly. And then this should be our target. Rejected from here, creating a fresh resistance. All right. So the month just started and then started running. So let's go. Very interesting. The monthly failed to become bearish anyway. Let me see this. Oh, sorry. Oh, rejection. Wow. We have two strong rejection here and here. And we close below this. So let's go to daily. Well, this was the daily. This is a strong level. Wow, wow. Okay. Now for me, we're focusing on the buy. The moment price trade below to this point, I will attempt a buy. As it's beginning to retrace, I will buy because this is an intraday buy. All right. We buy at this level. If it takes us out, no problem. Because I don't see any reason to sell. There's no reason to sell on the daily. We are buying on the daily. All right. So a new candle prints on Monday comes in here. You buy. So daily on Euro USD is bullish. Now, last week we were talking about Euro USD, no, dollar becoming stronger. And that was why I said we were trying to sell from maybe we push up, we sell. But with this resistance, this support, and price unable to go through these levels, yeah, even this one becomes difficult. So dollar have to re-strategize if he wants to go bullish. But for now, dollar is still weak. It's still very weak. Not very weak anyway, but I'm favoring euro. I'm tired. So we're buying at that level for our level, and then any point below this. So that's what I'm looking at. All right, this is my first point of call. And if it trades below, takes me out, no problem. When it gets to this, I'll take a buy. I don't preach 100% win rate. All right. So that is that on Euro USD. Have to be fast so that we can finish on time. Then Ogunto says Euro, pounds, and pounds NZD. Either we choose one, but I will do the two. Then we move to um Alex. Yeah, Alex. Pounds USD. We didn't talk about it. And EJ, we didn't talk about it. Okay. So Oguntoye, Euro, pounds. Those kind of pair, I do hardly look at them. Look at our levels, market just blast rate. One of those things. We're looking at a buy. We're looking at a buy. So it's not that market. I just don't know what the yardstick was with this. Okay, maybe continuation of a sell until we break this, but it rejected. All right. You see, the difference between me and most traders is that even when I take a loss, when I go back to the chart, I will see why. Then I will take note of it. Okay. That is when you start seeing things like that, you know that definitely your your trading skills have come on board. All right. So yeah, we were bullish. All right. Starting from here, and then we were trading towards this level. Second time rejection. This is the higher time frame. We can be up to third, fourth, fifth. Doesn't matter. All we need to do for us to go upper, we need to close above that or above any one. Even this one, we need to close above. So far, the monthly is bullish. Let me know, Oguntoye, when I were you around when I analyzed this? This could have been a long time. And if yes, what was my monthly direction? Please let me know. I think I'll go through my archives and check if I actually analyze this. All right. So weekly, a nice entry here. Nice one. So weekly, in fact, this is what I'll pick. This is what I'll pick. Last you can see, started from here. This was a problem. First of all, price rejected, then push out, it closes above. All of this red candle here was retracement. Even though it created new resistance, I'll blast through it. Price should blast, blast, blast. I nearly say blast through it. Okay. So take note of this area too. I don't like when support and resistance are too close to each other. So we're actually trading at support here, at resistance here, and we've created a new resistance. That is something massive. But before then, we focus on bullish trade. Focus on bullish trade. Our daily destination is this level. One has to be careful. This market living without you. Well, which retracement are you waiting for? Well, let's start using trend lines, which I will not be showing on my live stream. Okay, we'll go to it. Says I did it on last Thursday. So what was the direction? Because most of this pair, I don't trade them. Okay, I don't trade them, but I do the analysis with as if, how would I put it? The analysis is the way I want to take it if I'm to take the trade. Okay, because I have my reputation on the line. Yeah. So tell me, what was the direction of the monthly, weekly, daily? So for now, I think price pushed without us. So we just simply need to a reset. We need a reset. Let's see a close above this, and then we use that as a resistance broken become support, and then we continue. This is what I mean. If we get a close above this, market push, close above this, then we need a retest. Use that as a retest or any of this, and then we push. But the way it is now, because of the solid close in this candle, we are far off from our preferable support to take a trade. And again, remember we are close to a resistance. So we prefer price to just come down a little. Maybe Monday there was a gap down. Who knows? Buy it and then push up. Right? Then pounds NZD. Pounds NZD. I said this market will go in a range for a while. That's what I said. I remember from this view of this, that will be in a range. So it's more like an intraday trade. But notwithstanding, let's go to the monthly. Oh, last month we closed below. Hmm, interesting. So don't be surprised if this, okay, we can, this one like a sell trade, the direction sell. We have this. In fact, we are finding it difficult to break through the monthly resistance, which tells us price wants to go lower. And we close below this monthly support. Now we are testing it. This is a bearish move. Right? We are bearish. And then you can start opening your sell trade from here. Oguntoye. Start opening your sell trade. All right. And again, this last week, price came in, rejected from that area. We are still selling. Created a fresh daily, closed below. I mean, rejected it on Friday, opened a sell trade. So we are selling this pair. So the way it is, you can open a sell trade the way it is. When market open, hopefully we push up back in sell. I've not seen any. Let's see this daily rejection here. We are selling. So there's something I'm looking at. Once I see it, I will switch to bullish. But for now, sell. Okay. And if you want to know what I'm seeing, join my VIP. Good evening, boss. Who is this? We have Aaron. Aaron, I've been waiting. I've been calling Aaron. Can you hear me? He was the first person to comment. He said waiting. So Aaron is just joining us now. Aaron says, good evening, boss. Please, I am hoping to inquire if Ola Prime supports swing trading. Consistency rules on other prop firm is not helping swing traders. Okay. Okay, know what? This is a valid question. They support swing trader by using the what's it called? Um this prime challenge. Yeah, either one step or two step. But with the consistency rule, I think I will try to chat with one of the team there so I can have a proper understanding of this. Maybe next live stream, I will throw more light on that consistency rule. By the way, Aaron, have you joined the competition? If yes, you can send me an email. You can send me an email at I'll put it in the chat. Any of you that joined the competition, let me know. I think I'll open a special Telegram group for you guys. Hope at rabafx.com. Send me an email there, right? So that is a good question. Consistency rule, that's another rule that most of this prop firm uses. Maybe you open one lot size today, tomorrow. But a lot of you requested for prop firm. That's why I'm bringing you Ola Prime. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of prop firm, but from what I've seen with Ola Prime, we can give it a try. Okay, because of trying to get regulated is something I like. Okay, so Aaron, send me an email. All right, don't fail. Send me an email. Okay. All right. So I'm going to find out the consistency rule, but they have an account that support the swing trading. I did a video about them, but the consistency rule, I need to dive deeper. All right, I'll let you guys know. I'll be transparent with you guys. Okay, because from what I have heard, most prop firms use that to deny you maybe passing the account or even paying out. They say, oh, you don't follow consistency. There's no consistency in risk and all that. I've seen something like that. But I'm going to ask Ola Prime team if that is what they do. If that's what they do, I think I'll get my hands off them. But I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. But notwithstanding, I will give you a good answer by next week, especially when we talk about Ola Prime. All right, I will give you an answer to that. Is that okay? So NZD, pounds NZD, we are selling, even though we have a support here. We are selling. All right, and not this is a good setup because if I'm already in the trade there, I'll be holding the trade. The problem is that now that, for example, I'm not in the trade, how will I join it? You can once market open, just open a trade. You can minimize your lot size. All right, just to learn because this thing you are doing here helps you to learn as well. All right, helps you to learn. So I'll be selling. For me, if I'm to take this trade, I'll be selling. First, if I'll monitor this support, if we close below that, maybe Monday, Tuesday, then free fall. So that is that for Oguntoye. The next one is by Alex. Alex says AUD JPY. A lot of panic sell. Okay. Now this is what happened. You can see we close above this last month. So it's a big sign that we are still bullish. This is a bullish market. And then we have a level here. Just like one of the pairs we are looking at. Um Monthly. This is also monthly. All right. So we are still bullish on this pair. And as you can see, we close above this. Is a strong sign that will be bullish. So when price trade here, that is an attempt for a bullish trade setup. So let's go to the weekly. Let me mark this. Even though we rejected, don't be scared. Keep buying. Okay? Keep buying because the market has not shifted. Once it shifts, then you shift. Doesn't mean the level has reacted or rejected. Okay? The month has not ended. In fact, it just started. Wow, I'm so tired. All right, Guto says, yes, it's okay. All right, thank you for that. So weekly, I'll be buying Alex. This is your buy trade setup. And to me, it's more like an A plus. And then, there's no rejection here because this blue candle close above this resistance. So I will not be worried about the push down. Okay, we close above. If we were rejecting from there and then we have this, I'll be worried about this. But for now, nothing. So this is a setup for us. We have the monthly above it, we have the weekly below. On price trading, you buy. Simple as that. Same thing. You can see that level is same level on the daily. These are the kind of setup I love. So when price come in here, let me put an alert to remind me. Maybe I will take the trade. So this is a nice trade to take. Now, first of all, let me also comment. So far, for the past, is it 30 minutes, I've noticed that the network is stable, very stable, and I'm okay. I'm not worried. So MTN are doing their job now. Very stable, showing excellent connection. All right. So that is that, Alex. Then pounds USD. Let me know which favorite music do you like. What kind of music? Maybe during the live stream, I can be playing music. Because talking for over an hour, I can try to play music for you guys. don't know. Just let me know your type of music. Like in Nigeria, yeah, we like Afrobeat. Anything of Nigerian music with nice beats, we love it. So let me know what you like in your country or what you people like listening to, just in case you are not from Nigeria. So this pounds, have you missed an entry yet? Ah, okay. So we rejected here. We were saying that dollar is about to is bringing something to move. But on Euro USD, we've not seen something like that. So let's look at pounds. So pounds is still bullish on the monthly. So this rejection is strong. This is a strong rejection. Then we will switch. I think on Euro USD, dollar might be ready to move down. So first of all, I'm going to mark out the closest support. So let's go to weekly. Weekly is bearish. You can see our push from this level. Okay. The week close below this. Yeah, we close below. So I like that. I like that. So we're still bearish on this. But the way price is probably a little pushing to all of this, then we sell. But we'll see a clearer setup on the daily. So for me on the daily, when price gets here, we are going to involve. Okay, either anticipate a sell from there. So the logic here is that the market is bearish. It's bearish. So once price gets to your area of resistance, those are areas you start thinking of buying. All right, those are areas you start thinking of buying. Don't hesitate. Don't look at it. Oh, it's not at premium. It's not at discount. Don't look at all of those. Look at your risk management. Is that area good to buy? Yes. How much am I willing to risk in order to take that trade? If you are comfortable with 10, 50, 100, 200, 500, $1,000 loss, you opened it and you trade. All right. When you do this, most times you notice that price will move in your favor. Don't allow fear creeping. All right. So this level, when price gets there, pull the trigger. If it takes you out, it gets to another level, pull the trigger. I know what I'm saying. I'm not here to preach to you 100% strategy. What I'm here for is to change your mindset, the way you approach trading. Do not be afraid to take a loss. In fact, great traders lose. They lose trades, couple of trades. But the key thing is at the end of the week, are you profitable? At the end of the month, are you profitable? At the end of the quarter, are you profitable? At the end of 6 months, are you profitable? At the end of the year, are you profitable? That is the most important thing. Whether you did it with 100% win rate or 10% win rate, doesn't matter. What matters is, were you able to come up on top? Mindset shift. right? So that is that on pounds USD. The next one is Euro JPY. So this is Euro JPY. So Euro JPY, we traded to a resistance. Now you can see how this price level is crazy. You can easily make a decision because it's a single price. A close above that price probably will push higher. A rejection, you can see what happened. Price first of all went down. There was a reaction. If you are even selling based on that intraday level, you will have made a gain. Okay. Then right now it is here. Right. So this is an area where you can think price should push upward. If you want to maintain this bullish move, this support and this support are the areas to do that. So if price wants to continue going higher, those are the price level. So you can engage from there. Can engage from here. Let's go to the weekly and see how that area aligns. On the weekly, we don't have any rejection. Very important that discussing this sell. We don't have, unless we go extremely far. That's too far. So this level here is good. Have we missed the entry? So this is a level to look at. And then this one. So this level and this level. Let me put it on the chart. Because these are the area. If market is bullish, it gets the momentum from support. That is why I'm marking out this area. I don't care where the support level is. I'm not the one that designed this algorithm, this algo or whatever it's called, or this market. I did not design this, but with my back testing, I realized that if a market wants to be bullish, it gets its support or its momentum from the support or demand levels. Simple as that. If you want to do a form of back testing, let's assume, okay, from here, price has been pushing. Where did it get the momentum from? I see the rejection. Price came, we get push. Close above this. It didn't get to this one. There was a stubborn resistance there. What happened? Price closed above, came back there, push up. So where it's going to push up, we don't know. But when price is trading around that area, your brain should tell you price might move from here. Okay, you don't need to wait for any other thing. So the same thing now, price is coming to this level, even though it has broken some support, it is at this level which it makes sense to buy. Simple as that. So we go to our daily, and as you can see, that rejection created a new level. You can see buy. Maybe if market open today, buy, open a buy. Maybe give yourself the stop loss. You have how many weeks here? What is the distance with the average distance of the week is what you use as your stop loss. I'm not into using a maybe 5 pips, 10 pips, 20. It all depends on how that particular currency and the time frame operates. If the average week size is this, then that will be my stop loss, a little bit more than that on that time frame. All right. So from there, this is a bullish move, And that is what I can say. Alex, all your trade, I think we have a trade set up there. So I think we are done with the analysis, the requests I've gotten. Now this is time for, we are even in chatting mode all this while. We are in chatting mode. I wanted to switch. But I realized we are in chatting mode. Maybe I'll make the font bigger on my stream deck so I can see it clearly. So let me know any question. If you have any question, put in the chat. This is time for me to chat with you. All right, this is time for me to chat. Ask me any question regarding trading in general. In fact, anything in general. This is live. This is a streaming. This is live streaming. Joshua Dumo says time for giveaway. You support me? Do you think all those giveaway? They're always supporters. So you will be my first supporter. What are you going to give out? Okay, I will do a giveaway. Maybe I'll plan for that. It's important I give back to you guys. Once I will announce the giveaway, I will do that. Maybe I will pay for a free account for you guys for maybe Ola Prime, or I give a cash price anyway, depending. By then I will let you know. Nice one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reactivate my membership on YouTube. It will be free, or is it a $1 or something like that? You try to be part of the member, because sometimes I might stream only to members, and those ones will be intense. Probably might be during my trading hours. So I'm going to come back. Why I deleted those things where I didn't have a proper blueprint for the membership on YouTube. I was thinking, how am I going to work around it? But now that I'm doing live stream, there's something to, to give value to that. Once you join the membership, I might prioritize your requests as we grow, because we are going to grow. There will be a lot of people, but those with the membership, I will prioritize your choice and your questions and everything. So I'm going to do that. By next week, you'll be ready. You should be part of the membership. And then we can do only members live analysis. Only members. And that will be maybe during the week or something. Maybe those weekly live analysis might be just with members. Right? It's not going to be expensive. It will be from $1 to $10. Nothing fancy. Okay, in the chat here we have Joshua says, I'm always ready to support you. Yeah, I trust you. I trust you very much. And then Alex says, are you progressing on your prop account? When we do our live with Aula Prime, I want to be taking those trades live. I have my own personal account I take. So once we do our live, those are the times I take the trades. So we have not done that for a while now. So next week, I think we should do that. That is part of the transparency I'm talking about. I don't want to take a trade outside of what I'm showing. And I have a dedicated, maybe a single day for Ola Prime. So that is it. Like those trades I took on gold, it was not on Ola Prime. was on my own personal account. I wanted to open it. I said, let us catch the trades while we are alive. That was the reason for that. Unless you give me permission to place the trade outside the stream, then I will do that. Maybe I will do a poll next week. Ubuntu says, on Ola Prime, please, how do we start the competition without buying the challenge? You are not to buy the challenge. I think they gave you, once you join, they should give you login details on Match Trader with $10,000 capital. You are not buying any challenge. So you register. Once you register, on your left hand side on the panel there, you see competition. Click it and join. Once you join, I think they will send you credentials for you to log in. So they are trying to, I think they are promoting the Match Trader. They prefer using the Match Trader. You have no choice now. It's a giveaway or something, competition. So you use that. Everybody we have a equal playing field to trade. So you should get your details. Let me know if you don't get your details. I can ask some of them what the issue might be. Then Ogunte says, what platform do we just, what platform do we use, MT4 or MT5? It is Match Trader. If you go back to the site and check, it's on Match Trader. You can download it on their website. As you log in, you go to platform, download Match Trader, and that is the details you're going to use. You're not using those details on MT4, it will not come up. You use it on Match Trader. To wrap it up, if you have registered with the competition, send me an email at hope@rabafx.com. I'm going to pin it in the chat. All right, it has been pinned. So that is the email you sent to me. So to be sure that you are properly taken care of. By the way, Manchester United will play Everton today, pre-season. As you all know, I'm a Man U fan, even though we performed badly last season. Hopefully, we have a new chapter to redeem. So it will be by 10 p.m. After this stream, I will just relax, spend time with family. Then by 10, I will be watching the game. And Monday, when market opens, we resume. All right. I think I'll call it a day. I really enjoy you guys coming out. At first, I thought I'll be speaking to myself. And I was determined to do the analysis with or without any viewers. Then probably they will catch up later when you guys show up. I appreciate your time. I will not take it for granted. And my goal and my prayer for you is to be profitable, is to understand how to trade. All right? That's why I'm here. If you have any question, feel free to ask. And don't forget to join my free mini course. Okay? We have here, we're going to still asking question. The Ola Prime competition is only on Match Trader option. Yes, it's only on Match Trader. Yes, MT4, MT5. See, from what I read to you guys that day, everybody competing will be trading on the same platform, which is match trader. What they chose is their policy. They can choose whatever that they feel best. So match trader is a accepted platform within their system. All right. So just download match trader and then trade. UD says, good evening, Raba. UD is just coming in. I missed this. Did you go over German 30? Nobody requests German 30 except you. Maybe next Monday I should go. Okay, let's go to German 30 since you are here. You know nobody will ask of German 30 or German 40. It's only you. Oh, where is it? Oh? All right. Nosedive. So we want more analysis. I'm tired of talking now. So people that stream for hours, how did they do it? Oh, do we have a proper rejection? Oh, market rejected. This is a bullish. Let's see. We rejected there. I think the last time we analyzed this, bullish. We're bullish overall. But this is a monthly. Because of the rejection doesn't mean market has changed. You know what to do. And okay, this is new month that just coming up. So we have a support. Have a support. Unless this rejection creates an entire new direction. If not, we are still bullish on German 40 or 30. So going to the weekly, this was the rejection. Looking at the weekly, we haven't gotten a fresh rejection. So to support our bearish move, though we can anticipate a bearish move, but to support it, we need a rejection on the weekly. That is a bearish rejection. Let me go back to trading view. I'm still on the charting and analyzing. Thank God the trading view chart is behind it. So I'm switching to pure trading view without the chart. So for now, these are the areas you can try to buy to anticipate a new or a continuation of the bullish move. This is a strong support on the weekly. So we can take an anticipation trade there. Because from there, from that rejection and market closing last week below this, giving it hinting to us that the weekly, the bearish direction might be coming to an end. But this should give a new life to it. So you do two things here, which I like doing. I can anticipate a trade. So what I'll do, I'll simply mark out One, there are two areas, and they are the weekly level. Okay, so let's look at the daily. So those are the areas. These are areas you can start buying year and year. 4 hour. So within the 4 hour, let's you have a fresh level. If you can reject it and close above, you can buy and move, because this is more like you catching a falling knife. You can see market consistently printing bearish. Yeah, this is fear coming into the market. All right, but these areas are areas you can start buying. So if price come in to test this, you can buy from there. Simple. That is all. So you did got the last request there. It's time for me to go. Thank you guys. And also, it's also my fault. Maybe since you guys don't get notification, once I schedule, I'll post it on the community tab. That's if YouTube will even push it. And I'll also send an email. I've not sent an email in a while because I'm working on a new server that will make the email delivered to your inbox. So next time, you should be expecting an email once I schedule the live. So that way you can plan and prepare to join. So on that note, au revoir. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.